Out of the tunnel, these folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Denver Broncos and the Jacksonville Jaguars. Two teams trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. First carry for Trenton Cannon, and he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs, but the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
After the loss to start out, here's second and 11. On second down, Elway. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field, it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a third and 11. From the gun, it's Elway. He's going to sling this deep depth. He's got a man complete. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Jerick McKinnon, 76 yards. And the Broncos have taken the early lead. Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who is a complete guy who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
Here's Prater now set to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. They'll come out throwing here on first down. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that's caught inside the 30. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. A big third down play there for the Jags. 48 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for first and 10.
No, check. Patriot.
Darius Geis, his first carry of the game. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Now the former fourth-round pick, it's Kalen Ballage. And they'll get him down right around the 16. Tackle was made by Joel Iyiegbuniwe.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
They'll try and get it with Geis. And he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs. Had a chance to maybe limit them to 3 if they could have gotten that stop there, but a new set of downs.
And with a new set of downs, you got to take the mentality of the whole thing. Right now, everyone's looking at the offense and saying they've got the advantage. The best defenses just say, okay, new set of downs gives us another chance to make a play ourselves and maybe change things up.
Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
And he's going to lose yardage here back at the 8. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
They'll wait to throw on 2nd. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
How about this offense already feeling good about themselves with a touchdown already in their first drive? They've certainly come out firing, even though that one was incomplete.
With the 7-0 lead, more apt to take a shot like that downfield?
Hey, you're 1 to the good. Go ahead and try and press your advantage.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They fake the give. Now Elway. And he took the contact as he was throwing it, and the ball drops incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. Now the Jags will have great field position to start this drive as they take over on the short side of the field. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On 1st down, this is Geis. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Geis with the carry on 2nd down. And he's going to be brought down at about the 33-yard line. Call it an 8-yard pickup, and it'll be 3rd down.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. It's picked by the linebacker, T.J. Watt. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? He's having to run with a running back or a tight end. In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
On the carry, it's Cannon. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down? We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well. But when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
Back alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Bronco football to begin quarter number 2. They are, however, facing a 4th down situation. Here's Lachlan Edwards now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. The Jags offense now gets set and heads back onto the field. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
The rush defense stout on first down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Buying time to his left. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of. Otherwise, he was going to get sacked.
Leopard! Leopard! Gone! 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 Gone!
They'll look to throw. Wide open receiver complete. His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a first down.
And there's absolutely zero pressure on the quarterback on that play. 3rd down, and he has all the time in the world to eventually find an open receiver for a first down pickup.
Forced out to his left. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So he's 3 for 7 throwing the football right now. Not an awful start, but also not the sharpest of starts.
No, I would agree with that. But if you're a confident quarterback and to play that position, you have to be. You just act like there's something wrong with the wind currents or something wrong with the ball. It is not you. Keep throwing. That timing usually develops.
And this may be a carbon copy as he'll again be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no gain.
Looking to throw. And the Broncos get there and take him down. T.J. Watt in there to get him for a loss of 9, and that'll lead to 4th down. And the Jaguars send out their punter. Back deep is T.Y. Hilton. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And Denver getting set to take the field. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Now the Georgia Southern man, this is Jarek McKinnon. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
Came out in a power set, but that only served to put more men in the box. And guess what? If you're going to do that, you've got to win up front, right? Your offensive guys have got to beat the defenders. They lost all leverage on that play.
On third down, Elway. In trouble, and he's taken down. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you get 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. Well, they're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, but maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. Back with more from Jacksonville. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back after this.
Back 99 Philly, here we go. No, check. Patriot.
It's Geis on the counter, and he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Over the middle, it's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down. The Jaguars on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They're up against a 3rd-and-1 situation. On the handoff, it's Geis. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And that will get a timeout. Looks like we've got a Jaguar in some discomfort down there on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Now after the run by Geis, here's 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. That's going to go as a loss of a full 8 yards. And it sets them back for second down.
Detroit!
Now whistles here, and I believe one of the Jaguar linemen might have moved. And that false start penalty is certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long.
All right, now, lucky 56.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. As they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 17.
Green 39.
Back to throw. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Miles Jack. At a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Jack, Patriot! Patriot!
They'll run. This is Cannon. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Gun! 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 Gun!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. And a stoppage here, a timeout before this 3rd down play takes place, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. On 3rd down, that's Cannon. And a short gain down to about the 33. 3 yards won't be enough here, as that'll bring up 4th down. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. They'll put it down right at the 40, so call this a 50-yard attempt. And Prater's kick is on the money. It's good. So we have reached halftime with our score 10-0. As we now go downstate to Orlando and check in with Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Here's Prater now set to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Out come the Jaguars now, as they'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there, because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution, or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they felt like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. Again, they run. Again, it's Geis. So he got free of 1 tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. And the 2015 first-round pick, Malcolm Brown, brings him down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
He'll drop to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26.
When you lose that kind of yardage on a pass play, you often expect it to be a sack. But that wasn't the case there. They completed the pass. Probably would have been better off just dropping the football and making an incompletion as opposed to catching it and losing that kind of yardage.
And able to find Green. And he sheds a tackle. Now he's got some space. And they finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 34. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. They'll set up to throw. That is caught at the 7. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Now whistles here, and I believe one of the Jaguar linemen might have moved. That false start knocks them back behind the 10 now as they'll try again, 1st and goal.
Hey, you got three. Three down. Gun! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. No. Jack, Patriot.
Throwing the penalty, it's Geis. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. They'll wind up getting 7 on the completion, but they'll still be faced now with a 3rd and goal situation. Now back to throw. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. T.J. Watt in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon.
3rd and goal, they decided to throw for it, but how about the play defensively? Couldn't find anyone open, left him nowhere to go with the football, had to absorb the sack.
They had it 1st and goal, 3 attempts, couldn't get it in, so they settle for 3.
Yeah, the field tends to shrink a little bit the closer you get to the goal line, doesn't it? It doesn't sound right. It sounds like counterintuitive, but you run out of space to run the deep route, so they can just sit on the shorter stuff if you're going to throw it. If you want to run it, there's just not as much space. They end up having to take 3 there.
Lucky 56.
On 1st and 10, Elway. And that's incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10.
Here we go. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky.
2nd and 10, Elway. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Bronco 1st down.
Back 99 Philly, here we go. All right, now, lucky 56.
They'll run with Cannon. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. Tackle that time by Ronnie Harrison.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
On 2nd down, Elway. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. Call it a gain of 3, and that'll make it 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
To throw is Elway. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos 1st down. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 46.
Back 99 Philly, here we go.
They run it with McKinnon. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
On that play, it was the defensive front that won the battle. They out-leveraged the offensive line, got into the backfield, and held him to no gain.
Detroit!
Now Elway. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. It was Desmond Trufant right there, step for step in coverage. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Gone! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
And the blitz does come. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Defensive end gets in there that time. They were in a 4-3. What's the responsibility of the ends versus the tackles there, Charles?
Well, most of the time when you talk about the ends, they're your pass rushers. They're the guys that you turn loose to try and get to the guy who's going to throw the football. The tackles are usually more of the run-stuffing variety. But the way this game is advanced, you're wanting a little bit of everything out of all of your guys. But let's just go ahead and break it down and make it simple. The guy who's the right defensive end versus a right-handed quarterback, that's the blind side. He's going after the quarterback. He's going to put him on the ground.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll try to get this running game going with Geis. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. Dontari Poe in on the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They stay on the ground. Geis again. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Back now in Jacksonville. It's Jaguar football, but a little work to do for them. They trail here as we start the 4th. The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 7. Back to throw here. Flushed out right. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Detroit! Leopard! Leopard!
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And that is incomplete. The Jags come up empty on 4th down. And the Broncos are going to get the football back in great field position. The Broncos offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. Still a lot that can happen, but you think they get points on this drive, even if it's just 3. Should wrap this one up.
And you got to love their starting field position. So if you're the play caller right now, being on the plus side of the 50, you're thinking exactly what you're saying. Get 3, get out of here with at least that. But, hey, you might have a chance to put 6 on the board and really take control.
Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
The Broncos on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Here's Cannon. And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
And Prater's kick is on the money. It's good. And they will stretch their lead to 10 now at 13-3. So his 2nd field goal of the game, and that could turn out to be the big one.
Yeah, you have to make them score twice to beat you, and that's not impossible. But here in the 4th quarter, puts their backs clearly against the wall.
The Jaguars offense now heads back onto the field. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily The coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his...
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
Lucky 56. Over.
And they'll run it here. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Here's Elway. It's complete here to T.Y. Hilton. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Hilton's first catch, good for a first down. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it, and they got good yardage out of that one. Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for second down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it. In on the stop, it was Travarius Moore. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Here again is McKinnon. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. The tackle made there by Jared Davis.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
The Broncos on third down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Here's Lachlan Edwards now. He's been terrific so far. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it'll be Jaguar football as they take over deep in their own territory. And now out come the Jags. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. They're able to find his running back, Geis. Still staying on his feet. Are you serious? Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Leopard! Gun!
They'll look to throw here. His throw incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage.
All right, now, lucky 56.
But correct.
Lucky 56.
No pick, just incomplete that time.
Gun!
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. First down, Jacksonville. The passing game looking sharp on this drive for the Jags. So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45.
Now
He'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. He'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
No, check, Patriots!
3rd down, here's Geis. And he gets it to the 32, good enough for a first down. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
They had yet to run the ball at all on this drive, but 3rd and short, definitely was a great time.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Now they try the right side here. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. And now the Jags going to signal for another timeout as they get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Gone!
Here's McKinnon. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. He'll pick up another first down with that run.
A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up. This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Elway wants to throw. Going deep for Moncrief. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
And he'll go on the ground. And he's going to be met at about the 43. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. The Broncos on 3rd down. Not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. They go again with Cannon. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. Now he's just short. He got 6 of the 7 he needed, so that leaves a decision here on 4th and a yard. And they'll go with the ground attack here. That one a backbreaker as they wind up converting there on 4th. Starting to look like this drive, it may be the final nail in the coffin.
Well, this is why you work out so hard, right? This is why you spend all that time in the offseason. This is why you have those OTAs and minicamps. For these situations, these scenarios, to run someone into the ground and secure a victory.
He'll get it to the 23-yard line. A road win in the National Football League.
I let my birds come in. Sounds like I see it in there. Hey, I'm on your turf again. This, that, you from the back of the. I got a girl, Brad. She go to battle. LED logo the tag. I go in back of it. They all come in. My diamonds, they all look at this. I go to bed on bed. I got the beam in the flats. I got it in the back. Haters, they talk the chat. They step on the rock.